Alright guys, let's talk about Chainsaw Man. Let's talk about Nayuta specifically, right? So, sorry if I stumble. This is a bit of an off-the-cuff video, so bear with me here, trying stuff out. But anyways, I am very mixed on Nayuta's death, and we're going to be going into that. You'll be seeing why I feel mixed on it and all my thoughts and emotions on it, so please bear with me here. Obviously, spoilers for part 2 of Chainsaw Man, like all of part 2 of Chainsaw Man, I'll be covering it. It's going to be a short video, but anyway, let's get straight into it. I have heard a lot about Chainsaw Man over the past few weeks. I've been getting re-caught up because I took a break from it for a while, and then, I've been starting to read it weekly again, and I've been reading a lot of discussion boards and getting re-involved in a lot of discussions that I missed just to see what everybody's opinions were. And on Nayuta, let's be honest, let's get this out of the way. Nayuta is Nayuta is one of my favorite Chainsaw Man characters, like, ever. Like, really ever, guys. Right? I think she was very much built up to be someone of great importance to the story, at least to me, ever since part 1 ended. I mean, Makima was the main villain. She was the main antagonist for all of part 1. And then we got reintroduced to her reincarnation that Denji's taken care of, and it's basically his little sister. So, to me, I thought, wow, she's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. She's Denji's basically little sister, and she's Makima part 2. This character, maybe not going to be the most prominent character ever, but she's going to be important, right? And after a lot of searching for her, and after her very tragic and very good sacrifice for me, and really good flashback too, let's get that out of the way, but for me to come to find out she's a head on a sushi conveyor belt, and her body has been chopped up into little sushi pieces, that just got me feeling a lot of things, right? And I saw one comment in particular talk about how they felt her death had very little narrative impact, and that really got me thinking. I started thinking, did it have very little narrative impact? Is this just more trauma for trauma's sake for Denji? Which I feel like Fujimoto's been really good on making every single death mean something. And so that's really the basis of this video. It's mainly just, is Nayuta's death well written? Is it a good placeholder in the story? Is it a good stepping stone for Denji's development? And that's just basically what I want to talk about. So yes, I do think so. I do think it's good. I want her to come back, because again, she's one of my favorite Chainsaw Man characters, but I do think it is good. And this comment, I think, came from a place of very real concern for the story. I feel like it is very much worrying to see your favorite mangaka rely on shock factor, and a manga all about being shocked and people dying. But I don't think Fujimoto's one of those writers. I feel like it was a very needed course of action to get Denji to his lowest point. I feel like everything that preceded it, like the alleyway scene, right? Denji trying to figure himself out, everything. All of part 2 has been Denji making mistakes, trying to choose certain options, and then those options, those mistakes, those choices coming back to bite him. And I think especially when, Yoshida warned him, don't turn to Chainsaw Man again, and he did anyways, and he was like, that's what I want, that's what I want to do. And then he come to realize that was the wrong decision, and now his sister, his pets, and the pets were already burning, but comes to find out that after that decision, his sister sacrifices herself to save him. I think it gives consequence to Denji's actions. And because I think Denji's such a well-written character, and he's somebody who doesn't know what he wants, but he's forced to basically fend for himself in a world that hasn't given him the tools or the ability to fend for himself, other than just killing people and being manipulated, all of his life. I think this is a really good part of the story to detail the consequences of his actions. Now, do I want Nayuta to come back? Absolutely. Do I feel like it was needed for the story? Yes. It made Barum a way more imposing antagonist. I feel like it made Denji's second transformation to Chainsaw Man fully like real. I feel like it made it make sense. It made sense for him to turn into Pochita at that moment. I feel like there's no one else in the story at the moment that could get Denji in the same level of desperation as losing power and losing Aki and just having his entire like happiness taken away from him. Nayuta, it's his whole world. It's what he's been spending all of this time like getting money, for. He's been scamming homeless people. He's been, going around doing odd jobs for her. He's been taking care of her. And I feel like it's not just a shock factor thing, honestly. I feel like we've gotten to the point in the story where Nayuta wouldn't necessarily serve much of a purpose, especially with now we're getting to Denji Man and like America fueled Yoru, just going like at it with each other, and then fake Fami being the death devil and everything. And I just feel like a very weakened child horseman in Nayuta wouldn't really do anything. Now I feel like narratively, I feel like her place in the story is very important, and that's why I feel like she kind of has to come back, because I think Denji deserves consequences for his actions, yes, but I do want him to be happy, and I want to be happy. I like Nayuta. So action-wise and strength-wise, she'd kind of just be another person on Denji's entourage. But story-wise, I do feel like she could serve as some sort of way to ground him other than Yoru. I'm not Yoru, but Asa. Right? But I do feel like it plays into the fact, her being dead plays into the fact, and that Denji is somebody who's going to be a struggler. Like Guts, right? He's a struggler. He struggles, yet he finds peace in where he's at. And I think that moment where he's like, I'm a perpetual motion machine, right? You take away my family, I'll just make another one. I'll just make another one. I'll just make another one. I think that absolutely just captures the idea of what Chainsaw Man is trying to tell us. And Nayuta staying dead sort of makes sense. Even though I personally don't want it, and I would be upset, but even though I personally don't want it, it makes sense because it shows Denji that there are consequences to his actions, and he needs to think things out rationally, and he needs to figure himself out. But again, he's a boy, he's a kid, he's gonna make, mistakes, and he doesn't know what's right or wrong. But it builds character, unfortunately. So here's to hoping Nayuta comes back, but that's basically what I think. I do think her death wasn't a needed part in the story, but I do want her to come back because I feel like she has more role to play, I would like to think. Alright, thank you for watching.